up there.
with you. Keep coming.
The fans on their feet. Junior around the outside.
Harvick's not giving it up yet. Needs some help down there. Wow, Robbie Gordon to the outside of Ricky Rudd. Not too
Tony
much room up there.
Stewart, where did he come from? He's right behind Junior.
And Junior let that one two to go.
Somebody's smoking back there.
Yeah, someone got in the wall up in 3 and 4 just a moment ago.
Left front tire, Robbie Gordon. Got a left front tire,
There's a smoker behind him, too.
Yes, there's 2 cars smoking that's made contact.
Marty on the 20.
Tony Stewart said earlier this week, somehow Dale Earnhardt Jr. and I always find each other on the racetrack. They found each other again. Remember, Tony said his car pushes better than it pulls. I think he'll ride right where he is.
Remember the Daytona 500. Stewart was Earnhardt's new best friend.
I think Tony wants to win this thing just as bad as anybody else, though.
Coming through the tri-oval, they will get the white flag this time.
There he goes. Tony Stewart taking a look at the bottom, and he's got no help.
And he lost his spot. White flag is out. Last lap at Talladega. Dale Earnhardt Jr. pushed by the car his father used to drive, the 29 of Kevin Harvick. And the veteran Dale Jarrett behind him.
Harvick did all his work earlier on the bottom, Junior.
Oh, trouble.
Jeff Gordon.
And there's a crash.
Greg Biffle. Casey Kane.
Several cars involved.
But the caution's going
No,
to
it's still green. It's still green.
Okay.
They're still racing at Talladega.
Last lap.
They will come to the checkers this time by.
So there will not be a green-white checker. The white flag is in the air.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking for his 5th win at Talladega. Works his way back to the front. And Junior, where his father won 10 times.
Oh, we got a car sideways in the
Win
trail.
number 5, the checker is out, and somebody upside down. Elliott Sadler
Again.
lands on his
You all right?
wheels.
Yeah, good save right there. You all right?
NASCAR warning these drivers to close it up on the restart. Remember, the start-finish line is after the pit road exit, very close to turn 1, instead of in the tri-oval.
All right.
Here we go.
And now's when they start fanning out.
Kenseth got down low. Stewart, Dale Jarrett on the inside line. Newman, McMurray, Carl Edwards.
See, now Newman's got a good run if he can make a move on the 17, but the 17 will block him.
How long can you hold your breath?
And Matt did exactly what he needed to do. He did a good job on that restart. A good restart, and he anticipated the pass coming off of turn 2.
And he wants to see him bunch up behind him. That 2x2 will slow those guys down.
Now the 17 just got to worry about keeping that 12 car behind him.
Well, like I said, you start blocking when there's just one guy trying to pass. It's just tougher to do when you've got 3 or 4.
Tony Stewart up next to Newman.
And he's got to run, too, now.
Boy,
Matt's
does
gonna
he
have to
ever
block
got to
some
run.
more.
Last lap.
Oh, man.
Here comes Tony Stewart. He's got the lead in turn 1. And
Good
Dale
move.
Jarrett on the outside.
You in the 20, just the 2 of you. Neck to neck, come on.
Now it just depends on who goes with who.
And how strong that 88 is, we're finally going to find out. Oh, crash. Kyle Petty. Hard crash. We stay green. Now the caution is out. Race is over. There are 19 scoring loops around this track.
The 88
All the way,
might,
baby, all the way.
88 might have been in front.
NASCAR will use their scoring loops and television replays to determine the position of the cars on the track. You do not race back to the yellow in NASCAR.
Get it started, but because they're in the first stall on pit road, they don't have far. They can push it. They're already being shut off by the official there, and now he's got it going. Oh boy, what a mess!
Been a lot of points there.
Stewart is just backing off, isn't he, Matt? I think he's running half throttle right now.
Greg Zipadelli told him, you got to slow down at least another 3/10 a lap for me. Just work with me on this. He's letting cars go by to try to pick up a draft off of them.
Go ahead and bring her down pit road here.
Jimmy Johnson too fast exiting pit road.
Oh, gee. And Stewart's
Get out there,
got
Robot.
a 17-second lead on Casey Mears, who runs second right now.
And Mark Martin runs third. From a car he said was terrible early in the race, now third. Can he get to the finish? We work the final lap. Stewart down the backstretch.
He looks like he's out of fuel.
Should be quite a few more of them running out.
Stewart's out.
Can he coast around in time? Had that 17-second lead. Casey Mears is the second place car. Stewart slow through turn 4, trying to reach the finish line.
And looks like Casey Mears is out of fuel now.
Casey Mears slow in turn 3. Tony Stewart's going to take the checkered flag and coast across the finish line and win.
And it's just about getting dark here. They're really going to have just enough time, just enough vision to get this race over.
What an afternoon here in Kansas. We talk about you couldn't get much better than what we saw in the NASCAR Busch Series race here on Saturday with a great finish. But this one has had it all.
Thank you, Joe.
Well, due to the darkness, they're saying they are not going to restart this race because of the darkness on the racetrack here, and it is going to finish as promised on lap 210. That's why you see these guys down there in the Roush Fenway pits celebrating.
Man, we've seen it all today.
We really have. Now, if they went for another restart, I might have had more crashes yet, but, you know, up here in our booth, here at Kansas City, it's looking pretty dark outside. Our cameras make it look a little brighter. I kind of like those. The cameras actually make it look brighter than it really is.
I can't believe how much different it is. It's very dark.
Let's go down to the Roush Fenway crew and the winning crew chief with Dave.
Doc, it was 17 races ago when Greg Irwin became Greg Biffle's crew chief for the first time. And now the Greg and Greg combination has their first win. Can you believe it?
Wow. You know, he told me a month ago we were going to get one for the year's out, and we felt like we gained on it last week a little bit. The team's been coming together. We're just working hard at the shop, and my thanks to everybody. You know, the pit crew. Thank you, Billy. The pit crew has been working hard. The pit stops have been picking up every week for the last 3 weeks, and Greg stays on top of the wheel all race long. He never gives up on us, and I'm just real happy. I don't know what to say.
Might have a little pressure on you too, because you've been fast in the traditional car and the COT.
Not bad, not bad. The whole program's coming together. This is what he needed. This is what we needed as a group to start rolling into next year. Hopefully, we're going to gain some momentum here going into the rest of the season. So I can't say enough for these guys, and they've been sticking behind us, and they've been through some tough times this year, and we're just working hard. So it feels good.
All right, that's Greg Irwin. And Doc, are we just a little premature? He's still got to cross the finish line, right, Biffle?
He still has to get back there behind. Remember, you know, he ran through all that debris, so he's behind the pace bar. And again, folks, these cameras are able to iris up and give you a lot more light than is actually out there. I remember doing qualifying years ago at Talladega, and it was pitch dark, and it looked like it was daytime, but you couldn't see a thing. That's why it is so tough, but it is getting dark here. Remember, sunset was 7:06 local time, and that was just minutes ago, so they had promised these guys they would not put them in any kind of harm's way by making them run in the dark. And so when he comes by to take lap 210, he will get the checkered flag.
Looking out the window right now, Jerry, the black asphalt on the racetrack would hide anything if there was debris out there. Everything looks very dark looking from a driver's perspective. So congratulations to Greg Biffle, huh?
Looks like the Aflac Duck's going to get a checker here.
Greg Biffle, 37-year-old driver, had gone 28 races. His last win was at Homestead at the end of finale of 2006.
Flag, buddy, right there. Checker flag.
And Biffle takes the win at Kansas Speedway in what was an unbelievably long day. But he doesn't care. Right now, he is a winner in 2007.
All first 7 are chase guys, and then we have David Reagan, A.J. Allmendinger, and Elliott Sadler rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, Allmendinger could hold on to get his best career finish in a NASCAR Sprint Cup race if he can hold on to a ninth spot. Carl getting there now, boys. 2 to go.
Wow, made a big gain right there. That's huge. He might have found something when he got forced to that high side there a while ago.
He did find something. He was 0.4 of a second faster than Jimmy Johnson that last lap.
And you can see Jimmy Johnson take that away from him right there. Wow.
He's got a fight on his hands here this last lap.
We do. White flag.
Get yourself, all right, let's go get it now.
That was big right there. Jimmy Johnson took that away.
Carl Edwards was going to get to the outside of him and have a chance to make the pass. Still might get him right here.
Here he comes, digging up off the corner. Turn 2, half a lap away from the checkered flag.
And what's Jimmy Johnson do here? He goes to that high side. Carl Edwards is going to go to the bottom. There we go.
Oh, come
right
on,
by him.
what a
With the car stick. Here comes Jimmy Johnson. He's in the wall.
Can he get it off the wall?
We're back inside now.
Oh, wow.
Carl Edwards trying to hang on. Here comes Jimmy Johnson down, and Johnson will take the win.
Wow. Woo. How good is that? Wow.
Casey Kane in the 5 car of Mark Martin battling for 6th position. Right now, Mark Martin has an 18-point advantage over Jimmy Johnson, but it'll be white flag this time by for Tony Stewart. Tony began the chase in disappointing fashion. Although he led 52 laps at New Hampshire, they had an issue. He ended up finishing out of the top 10. Stewart finally gets a top 10 last week at Dover, Delaware, but has not had a top 5 since his win at Watkins Glen. Now Tony is 1 lap away from getting his 4th win of the year. That's the margin, 0.6 of a second. Tony Stewart trying to hold off Jeff Gordon. 2 turns away for Tony Stewart, the 38-year-old 2-time champion, coming out of turn 4, and Tony Stewart will win it at Kansas Speedway.
Jimmy Johnson, he could end up coming out of here with the points lead. And we've got a lot of traffic right in front of him. You see Kevin Harvick trying to chase him down, but if Jimmy does get the points lead, 4 out of the 6 years coming out of Kansas, the leader in the chase has gone on to win it. Down the backstretch, next time by, it'll be the white flag lap for Greg Biffle. Here it comes.
White flag right here, buddy. One more time. Hit your mark.
It is Ford, followed by 4 Chevrolets, then 3 more Fords, and 2 more Chevrolets in the top 10. They have dominated between those 2 marks. For Biffle, he is looking for his 16th Cup win in his 287th start. He is one of those guys that has won at Kansas before. And it looks like he's going to do it again as he comes out of turn number 4. The winner of chase race number 3, Greg Biffle, his 7th chase win.
There are some tense radio conversations as well as his driver has struggled to manage expectations and the reality of them working through the handling in the late laps of these races. Yet they came here to Dover this week. Kurt said, I've been a champ before, we can do this. Now they're 2 laps away from going to victory lane.
They're proving they can do it. They adjusted this car when it wasn't so good in the middle of the race, turned it around, and now looks like he's going to get this victory. 1 to go.
The only driver in the top 10 in the championship standings all season long. That man, Kurt Busch. Just the 1 win on the road course at Sonoma. But steady, solid. After finishing 22nd in New Hampshire a week ago to lose ground in the championship, they're going to gain it all back with a win on the Monster Mile today. Kurt Busch wins at Dover. Both Jimmy Johnson and Kevin Harvick not meeting the minimum speed for the moment you must make. Been told by NASCAR they've got to pick it up a little bit. How about that?
They have slowed down.
Coming to the white flag. Gordon with Kyle Busch coming behind him. Will that factor in the Gordon's charge at the finish? 1 lap to go. Does the 2 have enough fuel to make it around this Monster Mile 1 more lap?
Still pulling.
They're going to play the strategy just right and get another win in 2012. Brad Keselowski wins at Dover. The great strategy call by Stevie Letarte on the last stop. He's going to come up a little bit short, it looks like, but a good drive for the 88 today.
it's been a solid weekend for them, and that's the important thing, is they were able to go and put together an entire weekend without a lot of struggles. You know, they're going to look back on this, and you know, that deals on pit road cost them.
Lap traffic ahead.
I know, that's what I'm looking at. Wouldn't give it to him just yet. I know it looks good for Jimmy.
It's only got another lap to go.
You're closing, though.
White flags in the air. Final mile at Dover. Will the lap traffic be a factor? Can Jimmy Johnson score the win?
He's going to be right here. Can he stay in the throttle all the way? Yep, he's able to clear that car.
Richard Petty, Bobby Allison. Jimmy was tied with him for most wins at Dover. Now the record is his alone. Jimmy Johnson dominates the Monster Mile and wins the third race in the chase. Time running out. As Jeff Gordon crosses the start-finish line with 2 laps to go. There's Greg Biffle, also looking to be eliminated from the chase in about a lap and a half. There's Jeff up on Denny Hamlin to see if he can put him a lap down. Hamlin running in 12th place, 4 points inside the chase cutoff as Gordon comes to the white flag, and we're in the last lap at Dover. 2001, the last time Jeff won at this racetrack. It doesn't seem like the years slip by that fast.
Well, they do, though. It certainly doesn't when you look at how Jeff Gordon's driven this year.
He won the championship in that 2001 year, winning on all the same tracks he's won on this year. Checkered flag at Dover today for Jeff Gordon. Gordon's through with a win at the Monster Mile.
Then, running out of fuel at Loudon last weekend, kept them in that hole. They knew coming in they had to have a great finish. He's looking like he's going to try to get the win, his 3rd of the season. Under 2 laps to go. This could end up being Harvick's 3rd must-win in the last 5 chase races, if he's able to accomplish it. White flag is out. One more time around for Kevin Harvick. The tiebreaker between the 88 and the 1 is finish position. They're tied right now for 12. Down the backstretch, Kevin Harvick just has to get through 3 and 4 if he wants to advance to round number 2. Kevin Harvick is going to win at Dover.
And I believe Martin Truex Jr. could drive back up and lap Joey Logano if he chose. I think he's found a good, comfortable place to ride. Doesn't want any part of that 19 or that 22. With only 2 to go, I think that's the wise decision.
But I don't think he was going to slow down enough to let that 48 go by. I think as much as the 48 wanted to prove a point, I think the 78 of Martin Truex Jr., he wants to prove a point as well.
Over 200 laps of green flag racing to end this one as they come out of turn 4. The white flag goes in the air. One more time around for Martin Truex Jr., looking for his 4th win of the 2016 season and his 2nd win of the round of 16. Martin Truex Jr. has to solidify his position as the favorite for the 2016 championship, as he has dominated round number 1 and he's dominated at Dover. He'll win again.
The 18 has absolutely nothing to lose. He's already advanced into the next round of playoffs. He's just trying to get more points. He can take more gambles than Chase Elliott can.
2 laps to go, 2 miles remain. Chase Elliott fighting for his first win in the Monster Energy Cup Series. Here comes the 18 on the outside. Chase Elliott trying to hold on the bottom. The momentum on the high side. Kyle Busch is going to pass him for the lead. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Kyle Busch, earlier in the race, had led 29 laps. But as he goes by the 24, Kyle Busch looking to get back to victory lane. He makes his way out of turn 4. Kyle Busch is going to win at Dover. 3 points separating 3 spots.
Coming to 2 to go.
2 to go. Still out front. The 78 of Martin Truex Jr. Almirola, who is running 23rd. The next car for position for him will be Daniel Hemrick, the 8, just in front of him. 1 point now separating. It's Alex Bowman and the 10.
1 point, 1 point.
You hear the spotter telling him. The fight for the win on the right side of the screen. Martin Truex Jr., Jimmy Johnson. They dive into turn 7.
Jimmy Johnson, man, he's got a really good car here. I thought Martin Truex Jr. would drive away after that restart. Jimmy really doesn't have to win this race. He just needs to finish to be able to get into the next round, but he's going for the win.
They'll be coming up on the white flag. 1 to go. Look at Almirola fighting to get by that 8.
Clear.
One position, 1 point.
And Alex Bowman's in a mess as well, running in the 5th or 7th position. He just passed his teammate, Chase Elliott, on the back straightaway.
And a tiebreaker between the 10 and the 88 would go to the 10 of Almirola.
Almirola caught those two guys side by side. Unfortunately for him, an aggressive move. Is this going to work?
Final lap. The 10 making contact with Suarez. The 8 almost goes around, able to save it.
That pass for Bowman over Elliott puts him in.
And Almirola passing Suarez will eliminate the 42, I believe, as we have a race for the lead on the right side of the screen.
42 drops below the cutoff line. Now the race for the win on the right side.
I think Jimmy Johnson, big wreck. Almirola made it through. I think Jimmy Johnson has enough points. He can push the issue right here. We had a lot of people have problems.
The fight for the win, the fight for the playoff transfer.
He's going to have to come out of this chicane, turn 12. He's going to have to come out of there on the back bumper, that 78, to make a move in the braking zone of 16 and 17.
Yeah, so 48's only 7 points to the good, so he may not afford it, but
look, he's there. What a great corner.
Here they come through the final banked curve at Charlotte Roval. Now he goes to the inside. Here comes Jimmy Johnson. Locks the brakes up.
He's
going to slide. He slides through the middle. Truex gets tagged. Now it'll be a fight for the finish line. Ryan Blaney and the 12 will win. It's the battle for the transfer spot. Oh, and he smokes the tires. Does he miss it? He missed the chicane. He's going to have to stop.
He absolutely missed it. It looked like all 4 tires missed the red and white. We'll see what NASCAR has to say. What does Newman do? Does he decide to stop or put it in the hands of NASCAR?
Definition of missing the chicane is having all 4 tires on the non-racetrack side of that red curve.
Well, the 10 slides the tires pretty big right there.
Stop and go. That's it.
He's being told stop and go, but he didn't this lap by, so that means he'll probably have to do a pass-through. Under 2 laps to go.
Dale Jr., Jeff Burton, you talked about the chicanes and how tough they were. You look right here. Look at the left sides. Clearly inside the white and red curbing. That is the definition, as you just said, of missing the chicane. A huge mistake from Ryan Newman.
Just pushing so hard. The 6 are going to have to serve a pass-through penalty right here.
All right, so that takes the 6 out of it. All right,
out
the
10
car.
Yes.
The 10 car is a car we need to pay attention to. He's 6 behind the 88.
Can he get 6 spots in the last 2 laps?
And does the 88 not make a mistake and stay up there in second?
The 88, he has such a lead on the car behind him. There's just no need for him to make a mistake right here. So
but does he know?
First thing we have to do a pass-through for missing the back chicane.
Yeah, I think if you're the crew chief or spotter for that 88, you tell him, look, if you can't catch the leader, just don't miss a chicane.
Cannot make a mistake. You're in a good spot here. Once the 6 serves this penalty, you're going to be in a good shape.
And I am surprised by the inability of this 10 car to make up this ground with these new tires. I really anticipated the speed to come back to this 10. He's had it all day.
White flag has been displayed for the 9 of Chase Elliott.
Oh, that's
right. Lap to go, a big crash.
Big crash.
Suarez, a lot of damage.
Keep digging here. They've got the white. Keep digging.
And he keeps rolling. Again, race leader has already seen the white flag as Suarez will go around again.
That'll be should be a spot for Almirola, right?
Is he going to be able to keep rolling?
Go, 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 go.
Again, Chase Elliott with a 2.9 second lead over Alex Bowman. They keep rolling. Now Chase Elliott back up onto the 1.5 miles. Goes into turn 1 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
What a recovery, Rick. Lap 65, the 9 goes straight into the barriers. The team tapes up the hood. No gimmicks, no strategy. He drives all the way through the field, passing every car on the racetrack to take the lead in the closing laps.
And Steve, I'm going to tell everybody listening, during the commercial break, you looked over here and said, Chase Elliott still wins this race. We all said you were crazy. You were right.
That car looks so good through traffic, Rick.
Chase Elliott out of turn 4. He'll make the last chicane. And Chase Elliott put on a dominating performance today. He'll win at the Charlotte Roval.
Sailing now in front of Harvick. Can Kyle get there, though? Will Harvick slip?
2 to go. Kevin Harvick.
Kyle's closing in.
Trying to be perfect.
Great exit for Harvick.
One more here, leave it 1.
Final lap.
Oh, this lap car is going to slow Harvick up a little bit.
Final time. Coming through 3 and 4. Harvick's going to hold him off. Harvick wins again. Larson up to the high side. Harvick, only 2 more laps to try to get back by Larson. And he's closed the gap. A big run by Larson. Dives into turn 3. Harvick follows him in. Out of 4, Larson with a 2-car length lead, 1 lap to go. Harvick charging hard. Larson, now Elliott on the inside of Harvick. Watch for that. Larson clears him. Out of 4, Larson's going to win at Bristol. The name of the company changed to Roush Fenway Keselowski, a driver owner, and one of the things he has said over and over and over is he wants to make this organization better every race, and he looks at Chris Buescher and says he deserves to have great equipment. Well, Chris Buescher is showing what kind of a driver he is. And now the white flag is out. One more time around for Chris Buescher here at Bristol. 2 more turns of the Bass Pro Shops night race. Chris Buescher will win his 2nd Cup Series race, and it happens at Bristol. And again, Joey Logano out of the race, watching to see if anyone else will fall out of the race. Under 2 to go for Denny Hamlin. Now through 3 and 4. So Denny Hamlin up front, coming up on 2 to go. Martin Truex Jr. currently running 19th, and again 2 laps down. But Martin Truex Jr. 5 points above the cut line. Bubba Wallace 4 points above the cut line. And again, Joey Logano out of the race, watching to see if anyone else will fall out of the race. Under 2 to go for Denny Hamlin. Now through 3 and 4. And this time by, it's 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. Denny Hamlin, the 42-year-old from Chesterfield, Virginia, has put together an amazing race. He's led 142 laps, and he wins the night race at Bristol.
A monster year. He got to try the Indy 500, run the double. That almost cost him, or it did really cost him, the regular season championship and some playoff points, making up for it all tonight.
He's going to do it again next year as well. He will do the Indy 500 Coke 600 double. He had that huge crash at Atlanta Motor Speedway to begin the playoffs. It wasn't a great Watkins Glen either. And just recently on the radio, he said to Cliff Daniels, I'm trying to get to the white flag as quickly as I can. Well, that white flag has come. And Kyle Larson is on his way home. It has been a stellar first-class performance under the lights in Bristol. Kyle Larson is the man.